This video is brought to you by Smugglers Run Gaming, growing and organizing competitive gaming communities. Check them out at facebook.com at Smugglers Run Gaming. Hello everyone and welcome to Dice Commando. We're super excited to come to you tonight from Monday Night Dice for new player night where the regulars are on fun and thematic decks, which is what we're bringing to you. So on the left we have Eric. He's on Cody Clone for a total of the 30. And on our right we have Andrew. He's on Beckett Val for that Thief and Stealing. He's on the Throne Room. And of course we have Eric. He is on the Pentraki Arena. But Andrew won the roll-off and he will choose the Throne Room, which will let him flip to specials and steal money for days. So let's see if the Thieves can beat the clones here. Okay, so 2 shields need to go on. Likely go on Cody, although to be honest with the Throne Room, Cody doesn't actually do a lot of work, so probably maybe goes 1 on Cody and Mud on one of the clones. Let's see what he does here. Yep, both on Cody. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so Andrew opens with Beckett. So just a reminder, Beckett's special is take 1 from your opponent, and then if your opponent has none, gain 1. But Beckett comes in with a Disrupt and a 2-gun. So Eric has his 2 money in play. So we see a garbage chute in his hand. We do see a hit and run, but he's going to open with Planetary, indicating he doesn't really care. He's just going to sit and tank health and throw it back right at Andrew. Alright, Val comes in with a blank and a money. Alright, there's a hit and run for whatever that's good for. Which gets Cody out with a resource right into a squad tactics, which will activate all the clones. Now remember, each one of those clones has a reroll on its own die. If he chooses, he gets a 2-gun and a 1-gun and a blank. He'll reroll the blank, I'm sure. He gets a 1-gun, so Andrew's looking at 4 damage. It's not too bad. Alright, he's going to pay off. He'll give Eric $2 and hit the clone with 2 with his own die. So that die will get removed, or not removed, actually resolved into the clone. That die does need to come out of the pool. It is Eric's action now. Alright, puts 2 into Beckett real quick. 1 from each of the clone guns. It's Andrew's action. Andrew pitches to reroll. Gets guns on Val, money on Val, and a blank on Beckett. But that is 4. There's an honor guard for 1. 4 more into the damaged clone, putting him at 6. Right back to Eric. That Planetary does look pretty good for the 2 damage. Yep, that's what he's going to do. So he's going to claim. Andrew will have to put 2 indirect on. Probably go on Val. Maybe 1 on Beckett, 1 on Val. Yep, both go on Val. Now Andrew can pitch to reroll and try to hit for some more damage. Alright, drops a He Doesn't Like You to pitch to reroll. Gets a Val special. Oh man, that's huge. He gets a Val special and a Beckett special. So the Beckett he'll take and gain. So Andrew gains 2. And then he'll be able to hit for 2 to kill the clone, because Val's special is take 1 resource from an opponent. If your opponent has none, deal 2 damage. So Eric had 1, so Andrew ends up with 2, plus the 2 damage with the 2 specials. That was a huge roll for Andrew. Dead clone on Eric's side, but plenty of health still remaining. Alright, so we go into round 2. So far the damage count is 8-4, but if we start doing the health count, Eric's actually not in a bad shape. So we do see a Jin's Blaster in Eric's hand. That's an amazing gun, plus it has redeploy, which is pretty awesome for his 4-wide. Or now 3-wide. But it is his action here. The Honor Guard will help him mitigate some damage. Remember, Honor Guard is discard to remove a die showing damage. Cody rolls in with a 1-gun. Andrew responds for an LL30 for 2, which does have ambush, which he will then use to bring in Beckett. He'll want to put on pressure with the special. Does not get it, but rolls quite well with a 3 for 1, a 3 for 1, and a 1. But then we immediately see a garbage chute from Eric. Exhausting a clone to remove the 2 3 for 1s. Val comes in with a special. Ooh, and Eric has $1 left. That puts him in trouble. All right, there's 1 to Beckett, but that does mean Andrew's going to be able to do the special to take the dollar and then deal 2 to another clone. He goes for the 1 on the end. Oh, no, he goes for the ready one. That actually makes more sense. Not that it hugely matters, but... Alright, Eric activates that clone, gets a dollar, but re-rolls into a blank. Andrew shoots for 1, putting that clone at 3. Does Eric claim? He does. Yep, smart move. Claims, put 2 more at Andrew. It's 1 on Val, 1 on Beckett, so Val is now at 3 with 7 remaining. Beckett is now at 4 with 7 remaining. But Andrew has... Yep, so he pitches a re-roll. Gets a 2 indirect. Shields will come off. And we'll go into the next round. The question is, does Eric have a card that can switch the battlefield? Because if so, that arena, the arena deals indirect equal to the number, or when you claim, you deal indirect equal to the number of dead characters you have, up to 3. So he could potentially be claiming for 3. That's kind of the point of this 4 wide here. Okay, clone comes in for $1. He's going to re-roll it. Let's see if he can get some damage. He gets a dollar again. Back to Andrew, who has $5 on his side of the table, but he spends 2 for the holdout with ambush. He'll now bring 4 dice in with Beckett. Alright, we have a blank, a blank, a blank, and a disrupt. Where's the feel your anger? Okay, Eric is thinking. It brings in, maybe not. He does have a garbage chute, so he's going to want to keep somebody available, but there's a clone, comes in with a dollar, he'll get a reroll. Oh, is he going to leave it? No. There's the reroll. For a dollar. Wow, twice in a row. Question is, does Andrew bring in Val before he rerolls? He does. It's a dollar and a 2 indirect. So did Eric just claim? He did. No, he did not. Sorry, he did the honor guard to remove the 2 indirect. All right, so Andrew pitches a reroll, gets a focus, and he gets a special on the LL30. LL30 special is flip a die to side showing damage. So Eric's looking at right now. Right. So sorry, Andrew did not pitch a reroll. He did take flight, which is reroll 2 of your yellow dice with ambush. So there was the take, or there was the garbage chute. So Andrew focuses to the 1 gun for whatever that's worth. Okay, we pay 1 on Eric's side for a field medic, healing 2. There's 1 to the clone, putting him at 2. Not much happened this turn for sure. All right, Eric will take his $2. Andrew will have to claim here to try to not take 2 more indirect. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And he flipped to the special. And we go into the next round. Alright, so Andrew will get to open up here. Andrew has $6. Mike has 3. This Beckett Val deck makes money like it's its job, because quite frankly, it is its job. Alright, let's go, boys. Fast game. What's the pause? Alright, Andrew's action. Holdouts for 2. He'll roll in with 5 dice. All of those have redeploy. Not a bad deal. Alright, so we see the special on the LL30. You see money on both the holdouts. We do see a Beckett special on a 3-for-1 on Beckett. Now Eric is out of garbage chutes. Andrew's just rearranging his dice so Eric can see the board. Alright, so there's a holdout onto the clone. Does have redeploy, of course. And then he squad tactics with his ambush. Brings both his clones in, but not Cody. Now he will get a reroll on his clones if he so chooses, so he gets an indirect on the one clone. Dollar, Andrew reminding him for the reroll. There's a 2-for-1 on the holdout. Wow, that's quite the shake. Oh, gets a blank. Okay. Andrew probably brings in Val unless he has another card to play. So remember, the clone can reroll its own die, or if you control the battlefield, it can reroll another character die. But Eric does not control the battlefield, so he can only reroll the clone's own die. I think the discussion being that they have to keep track of the die as they roll in. Alright, so Andrew will take Eric's dollar and gain $2 for the Beckett special. Or I should say take 1 and gain 1. And then he resolves specials on the L30, flipping the holdout to the 2-for-1. Andrew doesn't have to worry about money. So there's 2 indirect. Both go on Val. Andrew will now shoot for 5. Oh, he doesn't. He reversals. Removes the 2. Oh, that's nice. So for 3, he removes the 2 and then deals 2 to the clone, putting the clone now at 4. So that's a dead clone here unless Eric can do something about it. So he overwrites for the E11, so also a redeploy, but no pay sides. So he's acknowledging that he's going to lose his clone. Do keep in mind the holdout would have redeployed either way. No reason Andrew doesn't... Oh, he must assume there's no removal, so brings in Val with a special and a money. So there's a 2 on Cody. So Andrew's going to pay it off, give Eric 2, and then shoot for 2 into the clone, putting the clone at 6. Not bad. Giving Eric money is not good. Eric probably will claim here. Maybe he'll get a reroll and claim. Nope, he just claims. So he could actually flip... oh no, sorry, that doesn't have a special. Never mind. Alright, so Andrew puts it both onto Val, puts her at 6 with 4 health remaining, but Andrew's going to get to do some serious work here. So he has cards in hand to re-roll if he wants to. There are no there is a modifier on the holdout, so he may want to re-roll before he resolves. Yep, so he's going to pitch his armor plating to re-roll. He gets a Val blank, a 1. He pitches re-roll again, gets a Val dollar. Alright, so he's going to take 1, then he'll gain 1 with gain 1 resolve resources. So he'll kill that clone with the holdout blaster. Holdout blaster will move over. Does he put it on? He puts it on the other clone to try to draw fire. And then Andrew goes ahead and puts 4 into Cody, who now has 5 health remaining. Oh, Andrew's switching targets. Alright, so he goes after the clone with the gun, who now has 4 health remaining. Alright, so we'll go into the next round. A lot of health to chew through here on this Cody clone deck. So Eric needs to gain resources. There we go. Okay, Eric does get first strike here. He is out of squad tactics now. We do see a defensive position in his hand. And he does own the battlefield, so not a bad place to be in. But he's going to roll in the clone first. We saw an E11, I think that's what he was thinking about playing. He rolls in the clone first, gets a shield and a 2 indirect. He will leave it. Damage is damage at this point for him with that planetary. Alright, Andrew's going to roll in Beckett with the 5 die, fully loaded. Gets a whole bunch of guns. Gets a 2-for-1 on the holdout, gets a 2 on Beckett, disrupt, shield, and a blank. All right, there's the defensive to remove both the 2s. Leaves him with a shield, a disrupt, and a blank. Andrew's action. Does have $3. Right, Donderbus onto Val. So Donderbus has the pseudo ambush, and that it makes her act or does not make her activate. You may choose to activate, so he will. All right, gets a 2 indirect on the Donderbus and a 2 indirect on Val with a blank on Val. Threatening 4. Won't kill anyone, but all right. There's an honor guard, so Andrew will certainly resolve his indirect. So there's 4 indirect. Probably go. So he puts. Puts 3 onto the clone and 1 onto Cody. And he does 2 indirect right back at Andrew. Andrew puts 1 on each, so Val's 3 away. Beckett is now at 6, so he's 5 away. Back to Eric. Oh, sorry, not back to Eric. Andrew actually claims, flips, takes the dollar, deals 2 to kill the clone. That was actually really, really tricky. All right, now Eric gets to roll in with 2 dice. Yeah, he doesn't get to reroll that one. That's not a clone. He'll have to pitch for that one. All right, pitches to reroll. Can he get a gun? There's a dollar. Keep pitching to reroll. If he can put Val down, he's got a chance. All right, he'll pitch to reroll. Drops the E11. Oh, he rerolls them both. It's a money and a blank. And his last card, money and a money. So he takes $2. But Andrew will get first strike next round with $4. Not looking good for Eric here, just with the number of dice. If he could have put Val down and had Planetary in play, it would have been a very different game here. But the dice can be cruel sometimes. Alright, so Andrew's action here. Alright, Donderbus to bring in Val with 4 dice now. So again, it's that pseudo ambush. We get a blank, we get a Val special, which won't do any good. We get a 1 gun on the Donderbus and a money on Val. Right, there's an SL hand cannon onto Cody for 2. Not a bad little gun. Now remember that does use 2 upgrade slots, so Cody is now considered to be fully loaded. Back to Andrew. He's going to take flight. Reroll 2 yellow die with ambush. Yep, both of them hit the indirect. That's a lucky roll. 4 immediately into Cody. 4 health remaining. Cody's got to come in now. Eric's only chance here is to deal a bunch of damage and then claim. All right, Cody comes in. That ain't going to do it. Blank, blank, but then the indirect on the cannon. There's 1 more into Cody. All right, there's the indirect. Right, 2 onto Val, 1 onto Beckett, so that puts Val at 9. 1 health remaining. Cody could kill her here. Alright, so that's an overwrite for the Beckett rifle onto Beckett. Ability is when played on Beckett, you may force your opponent to lose a resource, which Andrew did. There's a pitch to reroll. So there's a dead Val, but he will now take and hit for 2, and that's it. Alright, nicely done. Nicely done, gentlemen. Congratulations on the win, Andrew. Again, this is Casual Night. Huge shout out to Smugglers Run Gaming for doing a casual night, trying to get new players interested, giving away free decks to any new players who showed up. We will be back very shortly with some more casual games. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you like what we're doing here on Dice Commando, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we hope to see you back. Thanks again.